How are you feeling? Excited?
Oh, very excited. Arrived back from Cardiff last night. So this is a bit of a mid-filming break before we're back tomorrow.
Is filming going well?
It is going well. But this is why I said I'm so scared that people are going to ask me about the new series, because Steven Moffat is on a panel after this. So I'm really terrified he's like glaring at me from the wings somewhere about what I'm going to say.
Now, you guys, have you got any questions for Jenna? Because, yes, they've got some roving mics. Wake up. Oh, he's got two. Right up the back there. Lovely. Stand up.
Hello, Jenna.
Hi.
Did you like your flowers?
Do I what?
Did you like your flowers?
I love my flowers, thank you very much. I got one from you and also one from a mini doctor.
Oh, that's cute. Have you had your chocolates yet?
No, not yet. Lunch after this.
Fair enough. As I said to you, like, Brings You Back in 10 was my favourite episode because I feel Neil Cross wrote you perfectly. He wrote Clara perfectly. Who do you feel the writers write Clara the best?
I thought Neil Cross was amazing actually. He was very good for Clara and the Doctor. He gets the voices Neil Cross was really great. And to be honest, there really is nothing like picking up a Steven Moffat script. They're the ones that you kind of savour. But we've had some brilliant writers this season as well. Like obviously Mark Gatiss, the writer for Jamie Matheson. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'd love to think so many Doctors and Claras around as well. Souffle Girl.
You mentioned your boss, didn't you?
My boss.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know this was happening, but it is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please welcome to the stage Mr. Steven Moffat!
Oh, that's good. I was just praising you.
Are you well, Stephen?
I'm very well. Hello? Oh, it is now. There we go. Yes, hello.
How's things going with filming wise? So it's doing well?
It's a complete disaster. We cancelled the whole thing. No, it's going really well. Really well. We're on our second last block. We've nearly finished the second last block. Then we've got one more mini block and we're finished. And for about 3 weeks and then we do Christmas. But there you go.
Have you started writing Christmas yet?
Sorry?
Have you started writing Christmas?
I have started writing it. Not that far into it, but we know what we're doing. So yeah.
Lovely. Now, I know you guys are desperate now that Chris and Judith Moff, was it Karen Gillan?
I don't know. I got really cross about it. Because people kept, nobody even calls me Moffat. They just call me Stephen, funnily enough, because it's my name. And I sort of was looking around and all this Moffat started. I think it was probably Matt Smith. Because I was walking through an airport once and I heard, Moff! Moff! And there he was capering around, waving at me. So it might have been him. And then I complained to my wife about it and discovered on her Twitter it says wife of the Moff. So it's outrageous. Nobody actually calls me that in real life apart from Matt Smith across an airport.
But this isn't real life, really, isn't it? Question, please. That chap there with the long arms.
Hello, Jenna. Nice seeing you. I have a question for both Jenna and Stephen, because Stephen was a bit unexpected to see you. I wasn't expecting to see you at this time. But I'm just going to give my question to Jenna, and then I'm going to give my question to you now that you're here. That's why I ask you. So, Jenna, obviously you did a year and a half with Matt Smith, and you've done a couple of stories with Peter Capaldi, like filming-wise and things. It's obviously pictures have been leaked on the internet and things like that, but no storylines have been given away. Anyway, my question
And the result is very, very different. I mean, I'm really excited for people to see episode 1, because when I first saw it, I was very shocked at how Peter's Doctor is very, very different. It's a complete departure, I think, from where we've been. And I suppose in terms of, to be honest, being on set every day is kind of in the same way it was with Mac. We end up just being completely immature and silly and doing voices that amuse us. Again.
Having a laugh.
Yeah.
And to Steven, I just want to address the subject of the leaked scripts. What's your take on that? Because obviously you're a bit, from what I gather, you're a bit frustrated that some of the scripts from the series have been leaked onto the internet.
I don't know if frustrated is the word. We're all miserable about it. I mean, it's a horrible thing. There's nothing, we're not storming around being angry or shouting at people because mistakes happen. We're miserable. So, I mean, that's a bit of a downer of an answer, but it's upsetting for us. Unfinished work is now being crowed about on the internet. It's upsetting for the people who made the mistake. You know, and for those of you contemplating downloading that stolen material, and it is stolen, please consider this. If you saw somebody's window open while they were driving off on holiday, wouldn't you just tell them? Or would you actually feel entitled to steal their stuff? It's miserable for us, and it was a wrong thing to do. I'm sorry that's a downer of an answer, but that's the truth.
No, it's fine, Steven. At least you answered my question. Thank you.
Do you feel though, Steven, that Doctor Who fans are faithful enough not to spread around?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. But the truth is, it only takes a tiny number, and it only is. I mean, I understand the temptation, having been all my life a Doctor Who fan. It's hard if it's right in front of you. But I think the vast majority of them, for which we're extremely grateful, are refusing to receive the stolen goods, and that's right. It is damaging, and every time someone sends a link or downloads them, it damages the show. So why would you want to do that to the show that you love? So it's tough. It's so hard in the world now. I mean, when I first did Doctor Who, The Empty Child, that script leaked too. It leaked by being left on the set and someone picked it up or found it. But that was before the internet was quite what it is now. And they just contacted me and said, look, I'm sorry, I did read it, but I promise I won't give it to anyone. That was a much simpler world. Now, it can be everywhere. You can Google the damn thing. Please don't.
Please don't, and that's from the boss. There's a little sort of Clara-esque girl there with the sort of TARDIS beanie thing. Yeah, stand up. There we go.
Hi. Hello. I have a question for both of you. I was just wondering, Jenna, what's your favourite episode that you haven't been in? Ooh, that's a good question. I think it's either The 11th Hour or Vincent the Doctor. Yeah. And Steven, what's your favourite episode of Doctor Who that you haven't written?
Do you mean of my time or of all the time?
Of all of it.
Of all time. Well, I also love Vincent and the Doctor. I think it was a superlative episode. I suppose I did exec it, so that maybe doesn't count as completely impartial. I love Midnight, Russell's Midnight, being the very, very last episode of Doctor Who I watched without knowing what was coming.
Yeah.
So that was, I remember I ordered it, I knew what the scripts were for the next few, but I said, like, nobody show me that one, because it's going to be the last time for years that I can actually watch it. And I thought it was outstanding. From the old show, I love The Ark in Space. I think it's a beautifully constructed script, it's sort of perfect. But you know, the truth is I could sit here for quite a long time. I've been a Doctor Who fan for a very long time. I might just end up listing the whole series. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, Jenna, do you remember your audition process to get Clara? Was Steven involved? Did you audition in front of Steven? Steven, or was it Andy Pryor?
No, it was in front of, we did a few auditions, both of them, when I came back on a recall, and then I had 2 auditions with Matt. But what was quite nice was we had Steven, and all the producers, Andy Pryor, Nick Curran, I remember, was there. And they actually all left the room, and then just let me and Matt kind of play around together. And then it was like it's kind of a show and tell.
Now, Steven, when they were doing the reveal for Peter, you said on the screen 3 words that described it was different from Matt. I remember that. And every viewer thought it was going to be a woman that walked out and you said different from Matt. But then you said the brilliant thing about Helen Mirren and a bloke should play the Queen. When did you realise, when did you think the next Doctor after Matt was going to be older?
I didn't really. I didn't sort of, that wasn't a particular ambition. As Nat Smith was always fond of saying, the Doctor's over 1,000 years old, everybody's too young, right? So the apparent age of the actor is irrelevant. So long as they can stand up and shout, it's fine. So it wasn't that. It was very, very early in the process, too early in a way. I just thought of Peter, and it seemed like such an irresistible idea. And then I asked Mark Gatiss who he would cast, and he gave me a long list. He's very good on casting now. And right at the top of the list, with the space underneath it, was Peter Capaldi's name. And so it was a very fast process. Instead of going through a long list or deciding on a time for Doctor, we just said, well, we could offer it to him, or rather, we said, do you want to come in and read, so we can all see the words coming out of your mouth. And he did, and it was just obviously going to be him. So it was actually a very short process.
Now, all we've seen of Peter is the regeneration sequence and 2 short trailers, but already he is Doctor Who. It's amazing what he's done. He meets fans after filming, signs, chats, answers all the fan mail. What are your predictions of Peter as Doctor Who?
Well, I've seen a lot of episodes already, so that's the thing, and it's interesting. I was talking to Rachel Talalay, who's directing my last episode at the moment, and the first thing she said to Peter is, she said, the strange thing is, in my mind, you are Doctor Who now. And I think even from the first day on set, there was this point where he comes out of the TARDIS, and I think we're like 3 takes in, and I just remember having like a click in my head of, here we go. He's got these kind of I don't think this is spoiling anything. He's got the most incredible hands as a Doctor, and that's the thing you should look out for in the episode. And his run as well. It's just physically, everything about him is just Doctor-esque.
It's in his DNA, I think that's what I said. Doctor is in there. You can see that he has invested 101% into this character. They all have, but particularly Peter. And I think you am right in saying, with the short hands, don't you think that this season is probably the most important season since Rose? Yeah? You think that? You? Well, thanks very much. Another question, please. Someone near a mic?